religion, culture, education, lifestyle, fashion, health, family, business, death. These are all what's made up of life. Life sometimes can be very confusing. That is why I am coming on Life Matters, a program that seeks to address all life issues, real talk, real discussion. We all have a story to share. Let's talk about it on Life Matters. I am KHADI-TSEDI, your host. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. and repeat on Fridays, 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Religion, culture, education, lifestyle, fashion, health, family, business, death. These are all what's made up of life. Life sometimes can be very confusing. That is why I am coming on Life Matters, a program that seeks to address all life issues, real talk, real discussion. We all have a story to share. Let's talk about it on Life Matters. I am KHADI-TSEDI, your host. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. and repeat on Fridays, 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Religion, culture, education, lifestyle, fashion, health, family, business, death. These are all what's made up of life. Life sometimes can be very confusing. That is why I am coming on Life Matters, a program that seeks to address all life issues, real talk, real discussion. We all have a story to share. Let's talk about it on Life Matters. I am KHADI-TSEDI, your host. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. and repeat on Fridays, 6:30 p.m. to 7:30. And good evening for tuning in to tonight's Life Matters right here on Hill TV. I keep remaining your host, KHADI-TSEDI. Tonight, my makeup is by Amber's Glam. Yes, as usual. You can find her on IG at Amber's Glam _official and Amber's Glam on all other social media handle. And we are live on Facebook at Hill _TV and Prophet Educators official Facebook page. Follow us on IG at Hill _TV and on Twitter at Hill _TV. Amazingly, we are also live on YouTube. Yes, we are on YouTube at Hill TV. Hill TV. So get on our YouTube channel, hit the subscription button and the notification button so that anytime we come live or upload any video on our YouTube channel, you get to enjoy our content as well. Tonight, it's been a wonderful night. I believe that God has blessed you and He has increased and given you life. It's another beautiful Wednesday that the Lord has made. We are bringing you Life Matters right here in the studios of Hill TV. And tonight, we have something special for you, but I'll go for a break. When we come back, I'll tell you what we have for you tonight. I'll be back. Religion, culture, education, lifestyle, fashion, health, family, business, death. These are all what's made up of life. Life sometimes can be very confusing. That is why I am coming on Life Matters, a program that seeks to address all life issues, real talk, real discussion. We all have a story to share. Let's talk about it on Life Matters. I am KHADI-TSEDI, your host. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. and repeat on Fridays, 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Yes, so I told you before the break that I have a surprise for you. And tonight we have a letter and we have a discussion. And I know that it will blow your mind. These are real life issues, things that people are going through. And I believe that you that are watching us tonight, you're going to learn something tonight. Incompatibility in marriage. The question is, does it even exist? Hey, ubetimi awari obi. Na wini ni pana wariri wo se enya me saso bema ni ana enya me so ba ni nanso ma wari o. Well, if it exists, then we'll get to know very shortly. Let's have our letter for the night. When we come back, I tell you, my guests, they are ready and they are seated. We'll give you our health tips as well for the night, and then we enjoy the show together. I'll be back. Dear Life Matters, I'm 36. My husband is 51. Married for 13 years with 3 boys. I met my husband through a mutual friend. I must say, when I met him, he was so calm and an introvert and looked responsible. I was no head over heels over him, but my mother said he will be a good husband for me. A year of marriage, I noticed we were just not compatible. He is a good man, but he is not my kind of man. I have tried to love him and told him on countless occasions how I would love our relationship to be. He is verbally abusive sometimes, but I have stayed for all these years and I want out now. I want to be happy, and my boys are growing. I don't want them to think the way their father behaved is right. What do I do? Dear Life Matters, I'm 36. My husband is 51. Married for 13 years with 3 boys. I met my husband through a mutual friend. I must say, when I met him, he was so calm and an introvert and looked responsible. I was no head over heels over him, but my mother said he will be a good husband for me. A year of marriage, I noticed we were just not compatible. He is a good man, but he is not my kind of man. I have tried to love him and told him on countless occasions how I would love our relationship to be. He is verbally abusive sometimes, but I have stayed for all these years and I want out now. I want to be happy, and my boys are growing. I don't want them to think the way their father behaved is right. What do I do? Dear Life Matters. Mema wajo ema wakwaba ediba Life Matters. So afei na wudi with TV na to ha nyankopon enshraw sa that's why e share Hill TV na and then komochichi aye ba betwetwe ne say oba ana bema omowa awaremu na yebeka say enya mesa so bema ni ana enya mesa so ba ni nenso na omaware area incompatibility in marriage. Maybe said, does it even exist? Na senior potokasa ne ebo ye letter ne egu ye no. Abayue our 36 years and I wish share papa ne enfie ne enya 51 years. And I'm na down for so and odiko share papa no. na oshia papa no o say na oye calm or ye gentle or ye papa woni bibia woni sika woni car woni bibia no ho susu twa na omo fa adamfo ono to ono oba no na dwemu de enya nka adamfo ananka wo say ono no hwehwe sanka be end up into marriage nanso oni oba papa yi eba efie no ne maami hu papa no no se o papa yi de ne hu twa me ye sure so obeye kunu pa e de amao enti no oware omo ware nyame ado mo ware 13 years nie ema enkola emmema miensa efri aware ni mu de aba letter ni mu no wa ma yate asese afi ba ko pepepepe omo ware no ohun se enye ne saso bema no no enye bema na nko pese oware eno no nanso waware wie waka oni bema na tena se aka kire no papa sei ni sei na nka me pese ma ware ye sei ni sei na me pese nka ware ye kono nanso no em se onya result bia emfiri mu 13 years aba nkola boys miensa efiri mu aba wo plus 13 years to 36 years now plus 51 plus 13 years one kasa guess enfia omumienu na edi na afedi o say ya sometimes papa ne ye verbally abusive say ebia na ye beka say ebia na yiri bruni ndua ana ne kunu bruni ndua sesi ade o say wa ble enye be ma opɛ no no na 1 year no kra no hu so ondo no nanso watena ho a sesi ade opɛ so okɔ on wale biom well ordinary some aduane better life matters say yemboa no na yemhwɛ say ni decision ana adwumpa a wafa say on ware biom no eye ana say enye enanwumre nkoma ye ba betwetwe ni nti no bomode ana pensuo bi emu ayenwu any drink bi emu achele na ye na yen solve issue wi yen sua ade wom na pe yempe kwan pa ana say yemfa yento eyie nti me akwa aba ebiom me guest are ready o matna say na enanwumre se na ye ne de bia ne life matters so de yen konja ye health tips ye catch us that you cannot live a good life without a good health you know ye mayenhwe na ye hu ye guest are wo studio ye ba ye health tips na better house na nkomo twetwe no ahyase nti yenhwe ye guest are wo enanwumre e wo studio. Guest 1, Apostle Michael J. Akwe is the lead pastor of Prayer Gate Ministry International Church, Mamprobi, Santana, who holds a bachelor and master's in Christian ministry, married and blessed with a daughter. Guest 2, Cynthia Loco is a customer service officer at SG and SSB Bank and Norwich Media as the public relation officer, married and a mother of 3. Guest 1, Apostle Michael J. Akwe is the lead pastor of Prayer Gate Ministry International Church, Mamprobi, Santana, who holds a bachelor and master's in Christian ministry, married and blessed with a daughter. Guest 2, Cynthia Loco is a customer service officer at SG and SSB Bank and Norwich Media as the public relation officer, married and a mother of 3. These are the great man of God and my sweet sister. Yes, as for Auntie Cynthia, dear, she's not new to the show. She's been on the show. But before I even welcome them to Life Matters, let us quickly have our health tips. We keep telling you, you cannot live a good life without a good health. And so to my wonderful women and to my wonderful mothers who are on birth control pills, that is contraceptives or family planning, these are some few side effects that you could be facing in the future. Let's have a look at our health tip for the night. And when we come back, And so that was our health tips for you. So, into what far birth control pills, and I say, oh, your family planning, and I would the family planning a drobia so. Na say wo to me what steady wo ho na wo say tips here you go with screen so nyama bia you are going through it your best self so betwe ho kakra very important. Family planning is good and it has a side effect. So if you want to get more health tips, join Sandra Bento on our live health show every Sunday at 5 p.m. right here on Hill TV. And so tonight I have Mrs. Loco, Mrs. Cynthia, and Apostle Michael right here with me. Hey, Auntie Cynthia Kwaba.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Hey, sweet 16 all the time.
Thank you.
How is business? How is family? How is children?
Business is good. By His grace. Business is good. Yes. We are coping, you know.
Apostle Mike.
Yes, man of God.
You are welcome.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, by
How
God's
is
grace.
your daughter?
She's very good.
And
She's
your
doing
wife?
very well. They are all doing great.
You're all welcome to Life Matters.
Thank you for having us.
And you may say Sempa.
I don't know.
Hey, Auntie Cynthia, your tree is not good.
Yes.
But we'll try and we said we'll brand the tree.
Yes.
We have our letter. Our letter indicates that tonight our topic we are looking at is incompatibility in marriage. We are asking, does it even exist? Yes, that is the topic we are discussing for the night. And we have a letter. And we are going to be all the letter, analyze it, and then find the right solutions for our sender for the night. As I said, I'm going to start from you. In the letter, we got to realize that the man was 51. Papa no na wanya 51.
Sure.
And the lady was 36 years. I would like to find out, does age differences matter in marriage?
Well, age, when it comes to age, yes,
It matters.
it matters.
Okay.
It matters. Just that we sometimes look at the other side of
Which
it.
is?
Maybe we overlook it.
Okay.
But it really matters. We overlook it because of financial, money aspects.
Okay.
Maybe the security you want to have.
Okay.
Or maybe some kind of other things you want. Yes, that is why. But it really matters.
It really matters.
Yes.
Also for Mike,
Yes, mommy.
do you think age matters when it comes to marriage
Okay.
or relationship in
Okay.
general?
First and foremost, I would want to greet our cherished viewers, and we thank God so much for their lives, including the Papa of this honorable house. God bless him so much. Yeah, God bless him so much. So,
God bless you,
as you asked, does age matter?
Does it matter?
Either
in marriage or relationship?
Okay. To me, I would say that somehow because it depends on everybody and whom they meet in life and what God has purposed for them. What God has purposed for them. Because I understand that every human being is a tripartite being, which means that we have a soul, we have a body, and then we are spirit.
Right.
So by saying that, most of the times our being is established on the soul, which responds to our current environment.
Great.
And in the soul of a man is three things, which is the emotions, the intellect, and the will of the person. So to every person, you have your will, and you decide what you want.
Okay.
And if it is related to the will of God, or if it is related to the purposes of God concerning your life. So most of the times, it happens that when people are entering relationship, they go so much by the emotions. So every dictate or every decision they make, it is by the emotions. And then the intellect is failing. They don't think through some of these things.
Okay.
Because marrying an elderly person comes with its own consequence and it pros and cons, let me say that. So if you marry an elderly person, you should be ready that this person is going to get old someday. Am I ready to take that responsibility of everything in his old age or her old age? So I believe that all of these things must be considered, notwithstanding that if a person gets involved in a relationship, he should be using his mind alongside his emotions.
Sure.
Chai, using your mind alongside
your
emotion.
emotions.
And my mother would tell you, don't fall in love, stand in love.
That's powerful.
Don't fall in love. But Mrs. Loco, we got to know in the letter that first impression. I would like to say, I would like to ask if it really matters in relationship, because in the letter, no, the lady made us to understand that the man was good looking, he was a gentleman, he has money, you know, papa no, you're fine. That is her impression that she had about the guy. I want to find out. Is impressions important?
Yes, it's important. And when you talk about first impressions, the appearance and the inside, it's a different thing altogether.
Okay.
Yes, maybe the man is handsome. He's the kind of man you want.
Okay.
But having some kind of one-on-one discussion, are you really sure? Is he the one?
The impression he's giving you for the first time?
Is he what you really want? So you have to find out all these things. You understand? The appearance is good, but sometimes it can be deceptive.
Okay.
Yes. So you have to find out. Maybe you have your own values that you want from the man. So it matters because you have to make sure of where you're going, because it's a lifetime union.
Okay.
And you have to make sure you are okay. Even if you don't get full of the things, the qualities that you want from the man, at least it should be half or quarter of what you want. That will make you certain that this is what I really want to
you are,
yes, and you are okay.
Also, you married.
Yeah.
A deben pan na whom were first time a catch you.
Wow.
Say.
Wow, that's a very powerful question. From what Mommy said.
No, please. What did you see in your wife?
Okay.
That caught you, you know.
Okay.
Hey, also
I saw a lot, but let me say, to mention a few. One of the things that I saw was her submissiveness. Okay, as a man, one of the things that I saw was her submissiveness. But just like Mommy said, that if, there is a saying that you would not have an opportunity to first impress anybody again. So the first time the person meets you is actually the first day they decide. Sometimes.
Okay.
The first time they meet you is actually sometimes the first time they decide to work with you or move with you. So you could see that somebody attends to a person for a first time and they serve them very well. And from there they go home and then they begin to fantasize about the person. I think he's going to be a good person. I think he's nice and all of that, just only for the first day. So first impression really do matter. But beyond first impression, we must be looking, at other areas of the person's life. And one thing I believe is that you can fall in love with somebody and they are not definitely the people you must marry.
Sure.
It happens.
Also, I am coming to that. In the letter, we got to find out that it is her mother who said, "Nema me kache ni say, "Beme, papa obeye good husband."
Yeah.
And nam soa or de wareno. Because while you clearly in the letter say, "Enye bema or peso or wareno," and two crown or do be any ho. Nanso because ni mother can't say, "Papa obey good husband no," and or the wareno. Me pesa me bisa say, do you decide who or whom you want to marry?
Okay, yes. You decide whom you want to marry.
Also, for the meaning so bet me a catchy.
Kakra.
Fafra.
Yes, you decide whom you want to marry. Men can say we have our will. But the will shouldn't only be what you want.
Okay.
It should be what God wants for you. Per his purposes. It should be what he wants for you. I will say, so let me say, as a believer, if I start my life and in the journey of life, at a point in time, I decide to get married, the first person I must consult is God. Because the Bible says, even the very strands of our head, he knows the number of it all.
Yeah.
So I must consult God, who has such power or authority to dictate my life for me. So though I have my will must succumb or submit to the will of God.
Great.
And that will evaluate to a positive answer or a positive outcome to me. So every believer or a child of God, you have a will. You know what you want. And sometimes it is advised that before you enter marriage, you must have a criteria as to the kind of person you want. Because you can't tell me that you don't absolutely have anybody in mind and any kind you want. If you are that type of person who doesn't have anybody in mind, you end up marrying anything.
Sure.
Yes, let me say that.
but Auntie Cynthia, Yana Uncle say, a ma bi wo ho a me pebe matenten me pana ne busu wo hwi you know and onya into no obe and they up from one man to the other to the other to the other to the other. Mama Christy and Mama Cynthia. Osofo says that we should have the man we want to marry in our mind.
Sure. Yes.
Yet ebimu wa list ting. Nenso munya.
Omunya. Yes. Omunya because like Osofo is saying, have you, even though say wanya, who should share you have the qualities are you have who qualities are okay. Yes, but sometimes like Osofo says, if it's not the will of God, you never get it. Maybe you want a tall man. This is the case. There's somebody there that maybe God wants you to marry that person.
But
the person is short.
Like
the Pakuni is short. Are you saying say you keep waiting till you get a tall man? No.
Okay. You will miss the will of God.
Yes. And sometimes too, I believe that whatever you have or you want, and you present it to God. You other aspect that you want, no, God will God is the one who will do everything, not you.
Okay.
God will let you love that person. You even never dream of, like I used to say that I will not marry a guy person. I used to say that a lot. Exactly. But you know, my mind is not, my thoughts are not God's thoughts for me. His thoughts for me are different. And I end up marrying a guy and loving him and trusting him. And sometimes I look at it and say, wow. Sometimes, yes, sometimes you are saying it too, but the plans God has for you is a ball game or different. All games together.
What can be also Mama Cynthia so can be the will of God. Obia be wa ya say me pay the will of God. Say your friend nyame aba. Na ye bisa nyame the majority of prayer requests or war e heaven wa. Obeka say ya ware. E ma omo fa ware. And another phone is there anything like my ribs? Because Bible said he that finds a wife. The key word is finding. The process of finding is very deep.
That is true.
Sure.
If you have to go beyond the valley, if you have to go to a ranuma,
that is true.
You have to go and find. And then when you decide say where warena, nyame ese obe bless yama. Also for. But mo say yambo humpaye, will of God, my ribs na there no.
Okay, as I mentioned earlier, that even in God's will, like Mommy said, if you are going to choose a spouse for yourself and then you want a man with broad chest and then he's tall, one thing you should ask yourself, okay, I was saying, you have to make sure.
Because I have to meet the needs of my viewers.
That is very
important.
That's very true. Okay, and then the chini baba. So you see, like the will of God. So before you can tell the will of God, you must be a spiritual person. God is a spirit. So if you want to know the mind of God or you want to access the mind of God concerning the kind of man you have to be betrothed to or engaged to, before outlining or in the process of outlining that thing, you must be spiritual to know the mind of God. And sometimes God will tell you this, he's that. In the case of somebody like Isaac, Abraham sent so that they fetch for a wife for Isaac. And the Bible says that when the servant went, the Bible said that even the Spirit of God led him. When Rebekah came home, Isaac could not deny Rebekah. All that he saw was, this is a complete person I wanted. This is whom I wanted. So you see, the Spirit of God introduces people into our life. It is not, though our will is active and is working, but our will must be tuned to the mind and the plan of God for our lives. So like, as you asked, can we find our ribs? In this dispensation, there's nothing like ribs. I have to boldly say that. In the case of the said woman, she met a man older than him. Okay, so let me say that after Adam was created, Eve came later. That is fair, irrespective of the age gap. Okay, so how can this woman tell that this is the man that God has given to me? How can you tell? In our dispensation, God is working in such a way that he has given us our will, but just that our will must align to his purposes. So there is nothing like ribs. If you find somebody you love and you both understand each other, that is the compatibility that is working.
Okay.
It is not a matter of rape or whatever. That is in the Old Testament, we understand that there were only two people, Adam and then Eve. There were not many as we are today. So if you say you want to find your rib, you will find somebody here who loves you in Ghana and then is working perfectly. How about you going to Canada or Germany and still finding the same person? Is that one also your rib? So it is a matter of decision, choices, and our will.
Matter of decision, choice. But Auntie Cynthia, what we encounter now, my mother, for instance, my mother was married for or shetakwa oye ne juma ena ne maame enua e watakrade. Now there is this man I oba around her ne maame ne support no say amami why ya me papa na uni baba ana so me dia me wo baba but me wo me nua baba bi e wo ho a ono de metimi ko ya de me nkwan den ato ho ama no ena ye ko ware me maame ena ye ne ko ma ne ku watakrade on shia be me da on hu ni da o ma ntwe mpna da o ma nhia wo kona da ye no ye se ya wale ya di fi amambra ye fi amambra ye no ko ma wukunu ye ma usu ahwi to takrade this to your husband's house. This case, where does choices comes in and where does the will of God comes in here in such a scenario? To say you see encounter no say un say see de ye na ye kopɛ o nanso no encounter no na ye warema enti see na say ye can encounter warema na where do God and the will of God for the person falls in this case?
Oh, okay. She
with their flow English now be ke bia yanko why?
Okay. To say, I really want to speak the chi. To say encan, you know, it's not now.
Okay.
But I said that was then. But now the century that we are in, you yourself have to find your own and decide on it. You understand? You might get the influences, all right, but the question is, are you really okay? Are you sure about what you really going in for?
Okay.
Are you certain with it? But if say we are okay with it, the influence there, you are it to add up kakra, but the question is, what about you? Then I want to say upema because your mommy time no a tremu. You understand? And the century that we are in, because our rear is a lifetime baby, and it's a decision you need to sit down. You yourself, you have to work on yourself. What you say before going in for it, because you should know what you are going in for. There is no turning back. Me, I always say that, because whether a chia or a titi anabibia, you have to make it work. Inti ye mami munu. Omu time no because ye ma omu no if anything no omu ma family come in and talk but say that's why we have counselors there. If anything no so but in all, what do you really want? Speak to God about it. Even though God has given you the man, find out for yourself, say, does it really like you're compatible? No. Am I okay when I'm always with this person? Do I feel comfortable there? Is the security there? You understand? So finding all these with the influence being given to you, you are good to go.
Okay.
You are okay with it.
Okay.
You can enjoy the journey.
You can enjoy the journey. Also for who share your letter anymore.
Okay.
Who say this lady's married to the man was influenced by the mother. Ne mama say be man obeye ekunupa e de ama. Nanso no no krampo no nim nyanka ono ye den opete say ne mama Cynthia e ka no. But because of say ne mama kan yenti. And enyo ono pe na ochia issues and as a marriage I had been influenced by mothers. Me person me bisa say, is it good say woman me ebe influence eye ne baba to marry a particular kind of man na?
Okay. That's a very nice question. And from what the woman said, I didn't believe that completely the woman influenced her or the mother influenced her. Because if she married at 36, then I could say that she wasn't so young to dictate for herself. Okay. So basically, the mother suggested to her, he said, this is a nice man. Obey papa.
obeye kunupa.
So it could be, I have thought of several things, and I think that it could be that the woman thought that at 36, I think that I'm delayed in marriage. So by so doing, let me settle immediately with this man. I think that I have delayed in marriage as at the age of 36. So let me settle with this man. So by so doing, she finds herself that she's not at the right place or she's not where she wants to be. So we can tell ourselves or we can ask ourselves this question that before you marry, even if you are delayed in marriage, you shouldn't be quick to accept any proposal just because you are delayed. Because I believe that one factor that contributed to her accepting the man's proposal or choosing to be with him was her delay, as at the age of 36.
Okay.
And perhaps she might have seen a lot of friends around her who are married. They have kids, and she's 36 and she doesn't have children.
Okay.
So as at then, she's not too young to decide for herself. So one factor that contributed to her marrying the man, and then she's now finding incompatibilities in the marriage, is that she was delayed in her marriage. That
but
is
not necessarily the influence of the mother.
I don't think so.
But Auntie Cynthia, apart from this case, if what Osofo just said is true, there were other women who are not 36 years, but then have brought in men and their parents or their mother have specifically influenced them into marrying. Is it good for a mother to influence the choice of man the daughter marries? Is it good?
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's good. After all, they are your mother. She's your mother. Okay? It's good in a certain way. You understand? Because she has a say. So it's good. But like I said earlier, what about you? What do you think? Who dream say who chair and you've known, oh, everybody is married. My friend is getting married. My mom said he's going to be a good husband. So should I go in for it? And I say, hey, because of everybody is doing it.
Okay.
Yes, it's marriage. Maybe I call program and now all my friends are wearing
rings.
So because of that, I should also, whilst you yourself, you don't know what you are going in. Your mom has different points of view of seeing the man. What about you? What's your point of view? How do you also see him? Because he's your man.
Yeah.
You understand? He's your man. He's the one you want to spend the rest of your life with. Your mom won't be there.
Yes.
You understand? You are starting the journey. Are you really sure? Is this the kind of man I'm going to start the journey with? You're supposed to ask yourself a lot of questions
before
accepting. Even though your mom said, but you don't have to base on what your mom said. You only add up to it. But you have the final say.
But then she was specific that my mommy said he will be a good husband.
Okay.
And so I married. And the first year of marriage, she realized they are not compatible. And then it's also Bearman on Donald Crampo at the first place.
Okay.
And that is not the kind of man she wants.
Okay.
She already had the kind of man she wants. But because the mother said, obey kunupa.
That's
So
where the problem is.
I think that this is not to undermine the understanding or let me say the intelligence of women to be able to decide for their children whom they should choose. But with the lady, one thing I think is that she herself was ready to be with the man. She was ready. If not, so it wouldn't have happened in the first place. And the influence of the mother to the daughter was not consistently or continually exerted on her per what we read. It wasn't exerted. She wasn't forced to do that. And mothers are not, let me say, somehow in the right position to decide for their daughter husbands. It is fathers that are in the best of position to do that. Because the male to the male, the man would understand the man. He knows the thoughts of the man and everything. So your father would be able to guide you better in choosing a man for yourself than your mother. And this is likewise to the ladies. Your mother would be able to decide, let me say, to the ladies, to the men. When, as a man, if you are going to marry, your mother will see the woman, she'll tell you that, I don't think this one is good. Even her dressing alone, the way she talks. And sometimes it may be true. So with the lady, the mother in question is not in the best position. Saying ka wobe chere ne ba no. Say ebi abema we or no can say obey bema papa because obi be bema papa. Someone can say ko ware no.
Yeah. Exactly.
He on can say ko ware no so be bema papa. As a cameraman is standing there, I can tell you that he's a good man.
Oh,
maybe for one or two things, you know, for
men.
you know, one or two things he did for me, you know, I can suggest that to you. So if I say somebody is a good man, that doesn't mean go and marry him. So the woman, she got it wrong in the first place. And as you said earlier, before your mother, somebody introduced somebody to your mother. And within that period, your mother was able to cope with that marriage. She adapted to it. She, you know, she had the fortitude to keep that marriage. And why is it that within this current situation, the woman cannot keep the marriage? Because even then, she was introduced to the man. So she was able to keep it, even as at then. And you saw the man from the beginning, and you even stated that you are not head over heels. For whatever reason, we cannot tell. But why can't you keep it? Because the people of old, they suggested men for them, or they recommended men
just
for
like
them.
my mother said.
And they stayed with them.
And they are
20
staying, and we have all come out.
So 40 years, 50 years, they are working it. And the key thing that, you know, is propelling, or it is, I mean, enhancing all of these things is work. They are still working it out. So if you get to a point and you feel like I'm tired, I've done so much, I've done enough, you just break the marriage.
Yeah.
But Mama Cynthia, let me find out from you. They've married for 13 years. Yeah. And in the letter, she never stated in any way that my husband is a bad man or something. Was the mother even wrong at the first place to say he will be a good husband?
The mother is not wrong at all. She's talking from her. The mother is not wrong at all. She's talking from her point of view, you know, and maybe she's talking from an experience too. To the mother, maybe no, maybe she thinks, oh, me bane drawari. So as for her, maybe from her mind, no, she's thinking, say, baby, me bane drew no, and her age. If she has brought somebody here, I will accept the person. Besides, I'm looking at the person. Oh, be a responsible man. Maybe being a good husband, no, mommy say the man can take care of the woman. So the mother, she's right.
She's right because 13 years there.
Yes, she's right. Yes, just that how I see the whole thing. Say, the lady, she has not make up her mind to make the marriage work.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
But the mom, she's absolutely right. What I say? Because on also call Nadam for 4 programs, seeing their children getting married. How about my daughter? And she said, "Me wahona me body obiabe chiremia." I'll support.
Great.
That is where I'll give my advice, or I'll influence my daughter. He will be a good husband. But you, Obano, have you also done your work, your homework very well?
Okay.
To find out, oh, nyami mami ken, and with the little that me to me wano, me the boma, is he going to have a complete package for me? You understand? So, say, also for Kaino, the mother, she's right.
She's right.
She's
because
right.
also for 13 years, mommy says he will be a good husband. Papa be a good husband. Wawari papa no. 13 years with 3 boys. On complaining say papa no maniska. And now on shren kwala.
Exactly.
The mother was right or not?
Okay, so one thing that I think may be the cause of, let me say, how the woman is feeling as at now is because of the age difference, which we can also, let me say, look at. 36 and 51, 15 years gap. And now 13 years, you have been together for 13 years. So he's 64 and you are 49. As at 49, okay, the incompatibility is not only about your inability to coexist. Sometimes we can also look at other, let me say, underlying factors, which can be sexual also incompatibility. When you met the man at 36, he may be energetic, you know, some kind of strength, but at 64, it's not same.
Hey, Osafo, are you sure?
Oh, it's, you know, it's there, but at 64, it's not like 51.
Hey,
there's definitely a great difference.
Yes.
There are some
Yes.
56.
And they are very strong.
I won't doubt that. But at 64, looking at the woman, there may be a slight difference.
Okay.
There may be a slight difference.
Okay.
So now she's 49, and the husband is aging quickly. And from 64 going, you can see a lot of changes. You understand? You can see a lot of changes. And the woman also earlier complained of verbal abuse, that the man, you know, constantly and perpetually abused her verbally, and then she's, I don't know what kind of verbal abuse specifically it is, but verbal abuse of any kind. Maybe he's not insulting you, sorry, foolish or something, but some verbal abuse can be sarcastic, okay? Like, you are not wise. I never knew even you could do this. Are you not that wise? You know, some of all of these things, and we are speaking to the man also.
Yeah.
He's wrong.
Okay.
Those things, you know, they bring women down, they lower their self-esteem, and it can cost a woman a lot. So it is not advisable in the first place.
Mama Cynthia, she said she don't love him. He is not the man she wants. How important it is to marry the one you love and want?
It's very important. It's very important. Why all of a sudden you say you don't love the man anymore after 13 years? Why? I know what I know, and from my experience, I know that there are lots of challenges in marriage. You understand? And the love and the wants, when you trust the man, it's like you are watching. Like, the more you trust the man, the more the love grows. You understand? So I'm sure maybe in the marriage, you know, maybe our who say, because of responsibilities, you know, the love that she wants, you know, she's not getting it back, and her love too is coming down. But she can definitely
make it work. Make it work.
You understand? She can. You should love him. You should have the trust too. And the more you trust him, the more and more the love will grow. The more she's supposed to focus on the good side. She shouldn't look at only the bad side of things. You have spent a lot of happy moments together.
13 years.
13 years.
3 boys.
Yes. At least there are certain good things over there that you should look up to. Focus on those things. And the love will come by itself.
The love will come by itself. Magic like that.
Of course.
Also, I know it's very important to marry the one you love. But at this point, I know my viewers that are watching us on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching us on Facebook. You can bring your comments at the video comment section. Please let us know your name and where you are watching us from. Then we can read it right here for you. And then our phone numbers that you can call to make your contribution is 0244 09 30 32. 0244 09 30 32. Our WhatsApp numbers are also on your screen. Upe kasa ti se me na se wo feel say untumi entro wa we dey your voice note my why wudin any baby a we dey voice note no every eba mane go straight to the point na yebe boetie afa so betimi so a text here for WhatsApp text no ebra wudin any baby a we dey text message no wadwentre e won komo aye twetwe no ho wo betimi so afre 0244 09 30 32 0244 09 30 32. Now also what they were doing aba. We share on Facebook. Leave your comment at the video comment section. Na afe yebe kan ewa haso so edi amount. How important it is. Sa wo worry obi a wo pe na wo do.
It is very, 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 very important. And looking at somebody like Jacob, okay. Jacob worked for 14 years. Just because he wanted one particular woman who was Rachel. So, you know, it is very, very important to marry the one you love. For the first 7 years after Jacob had Leah, the Bible said they married in the night. And he woke up in the morning to see that this is not what I wanted. I didn't work for this. So Laban, they came to an agreement that if you want Rachel, then you'd have to work for another 7 years.
Charlie.
He said, I will go. So if you marry the one you love, you are forced, or let me say, you are pushed to do sometimes even beyond your strength. So it is very important to marry the one you love. Not, you know, sometimes, one thing, let me add this, that people confuse lust and love. At the early stages of the relationship, they were going out, dining, they were doing a whole lot of things, you know, they were having sex and everything, so they thought that, oh, this one is good. This one I think I love. So, and one thing is that...
Hold it there for me and let me pick my caller, and when I come back, you continue.
Right.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, madam.
Good evening, Papa. Papa to say. Papa to say.
Pacho, yo.
Me pacho, me mo akwa ba Ediba Life Matters so. Pacho would di any baby out free.
Yo, Pacho, tell me. What's up for Marty?
Osafo Mate. Oh, Osafo. Nyami sure as our friend Pacho e find that ho for wa dwen chebra.
Yeah. Obano pese me tu ifu kakra.
Me pacho yo.
E fa decision a all take, you know.
Okay.
Of the Bema, he can work it out.
Okay.
Send him a moon. I choose Obi Emmanuel. I don't check there. He can never work the marriage out. If
All
only
right.
the love is there.
Okay.
But some consider Kodani. That is the most important thing. Kodak correct. I think some of the decisions I say, you better take care to consider the children as well.
Okay.
I think 13 years, almost 13 years, almost a year. Almost a year. So let her work the marriage out.
Amen. Amen.
I know the part they play. That's how they connect. You know, that's how they connect. If somebody has connected somebody to you, it doesn't mean say, everybody, you have to put your figure to the person. You have to work your marriage out. I believe say, and you pacho obano onti sanagi.
Me pacho you.
Wow.
Me pacho you. Osafo Mate, Nyankopo Israel, say what they will call the Eddie Free Pobima, Macedonia. Na me Israel so say what free or say obano and working out. Also we'll get our lawyer on the line for him to let us know the legal implication if your husband is abusive. And so lawyer will join us on phone for us to talk about, because say verbally abuses her, and that will look at the legal aspect when it comes to verbal abuse. But also for now, who can be so finish up.
So I was saying that even Jacob had to work extra
7 years to
just
get
so that marrying somebody you love is very, very important. It's very, very important. And like I said earlier, when people are lusting or when people are in lust, that is one system that the enemy has been able to devise to make people feel that they are doing the right thing or they love each other, and that is lust. So when people are in lust, they confuse lust with love, and one thing is that lust does not last longer. Lust does not last longer. You can be with somebody and it can only last for only 2 years. And within a period of 2 years, you totally feel like a stranger with the person. That is not love, that is lust. So if you meet somebody and within the basic stages of the relationship, all you think about is sex and then fantasizing the person sexually, I advise you that you are not treading on the right path. Love goes way beyond the flesh. Love goes way beyond that. So even to the woman, as the caller said, what she has to do is that the Bible says in 1 Corinthians 13:7, it says that love endureth all things. And endurance is our ability or the fortitude to be able to persevere irrespective of the obstacles. So there are so many things that will come in her way, but right now what she has to do is that she has to endure. And many people say in their churches during marriage ceremonies or weddings that marriages are not supposed to be endured, they are supposed to be enjoyed. But if we are going to be very practical and pragmatic in our dealings like we are talking about, it is not always about enjoyment. There are times you don't feel like talking. There are times you don't want to see anybody, and it requires effort.
For example, I have a caller on the line. Hello, good evening. Hello. Hello, good evening. Okay, enti so for mommy hold you on kakwa na membra Mama Cynthia ho. Mama Cynthia in the letter no, on my yeti ye ho ase say wo betumi ono all the be man tena ase. E ka kire no how she wants the marriage to be. I want to find out, say, is it a good step she took to sit her husband down and tell her husband how she wish the marriage would be and how she wish they would be as husbands and wife?
Yeah, she's supposed to done that first time before entering into the marriage.
Okay.
Because, like I said earlier, marriage is a lifetime something. She's supposed to sit the man down. You all have your needs, your likes and your dislikes. So, this is how, maybe you go out one day, I want to have 2 kids. Maybe you also want to have 3 kids. So you decide all these things. This is how I want my marriage to be like.
Great.
Okay? And when you pray about it, it will work for you. You've married the man before, even though it's not too late. But maybe the man, it's hard for him to accept what you are bringing on table now. You understand? Because you're supposed to do that long time ago. You understand? Before entering into the marriage. Now you are
I have a caller. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, please. I'm Sandra.
Okay, Auntie Sandra, where are you calling us from, please?
I'm calling you from Akumadan.
Okay, Auntie Sandra, please, the floor is open.
Yeah, what I actually want to say is that marriage is a journey that is supposed to last long.
Okay.
And then, as this journey, anything can come in, can cross out.
Okay.
So why do you have to go to church and then swear for better for worse? And then when you began to see the worst aspect of it, you want to run away. God determines this thing. So it's high time women should endure for the sake of their children.
Okay.
And endure and work things out. They can do it. I don't know why a lot of people just want to run away from their responsibility. So please, let's caution our lady that she should do something.
Okay. Okay.
She can't just ignore things and then do whatever she thinks is pleasing. If it's our real, no, make one wa. It's 1 year and you say, Obinya record papa, Amanema, Abasa, Manema, in the hour. And then money they break crack or to say, they endure. Because of their children, they still work, fight for their marriage. Money go their marriage. It's the only free.
Nyami shra only free muna ontna ware no ase wo so betumi afrɛ 0244 09 30 32 0244 09 30 32 now so what they were doing chre e aba and then we are still hoping say your lawyer able to me I get it back na ya share legal aspect no ya ka verbal abuser dey enamra no e ka e fa ho say bia na your lawyer ni so na wo share ya now betimi atire yen why drink akwa ewo you can't verbal abuser what it stands at the legal aspect so also 0244 09 30 32 betimi so afre na so what they were doing chire e dey aba you want to finish up?
Yes when it comes to endure we have 2 types of endurance. The other side, apart from this one, the other side of endurance, that one you cannot take it, is when the man always beats you. You understand? Physically abuse. Or maybe the man is a drunkard. Why a bibisa that one there you cannot endure it.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
There are so many ways you do. When it's not working, it's not working. If the man is physically abusive, are you going to still remain in the marriage? No. But when we talk about the other side of endurance, maybe we are talking about maybe say all of a sudden Nejuma say, are you going to leave the man?
Are you going to leave the man? Hello?
Yeah.
Good evening. Lepacho, please lower the volume of your TV set so that we can get the beautiful conversation. Please, your name and where you are calling us from. Please, your name and where you are calling us from.
I am Samuel, and I'm coming from Oti region.
Okay, me chia Oti region for ina Samuel. Mawano
Yeah. Yeah. My question is, is it advisable for a man or a woman to be in tertiary like this while engaging in marriage?
Come again.
Or what would be the normal age between a man and a woman?
Okay.
Maybe the age difference before they come together.
Okay, the normal age a man and a woman are supposed to come together.
Yeah, meaning the difference in ages.
Okay, okay.
What will be normal? And is it good for you to be in tertiary while engaging in marriage what you haven't finished?
Okay. I think we got you. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Osafo,
Thank
To
he
his
wants
question.
to he wants to first know the right age
Okay.
that you need to marry. Maybe the age the woman has to have, and then you
Okay.
to be together. And then if you are in school, that is in the university, is it good to marry whilst you haven't finished? Charlie, I swear,
So society has succeeded in giving us some statistics concerning, but I don't think it is advisable.
Okay, to marry whilst in school.
For that one, it's not advisable, but I'm looking at society giving out, let me say, age differences for marriage.
Okay.
You can meet somebody, even as a man, you can meet somebody, a woman who is older than you, and that is the woman you would want to settle with.
Okay.
And we must clear that notion or motive or perception about people who marry older women. And all we think is that for maybe money, for maybe other things.
Sure.
Sometimes it is way beyond that. It is way beyond that. If you look at the Bible carefully, in the book of Genesis chapter 38, Judah had sons, and then his sons went into Tamar. The first one died because he didn't do the right thing. He was supposed to give out sperm for a baby. The second one did the same thing. And the Bible says that Judah said that if my lastborn grows up, I will give him to you so that you marry him. And Tamar was way older than the least son. And you can imagine, even if it is 20 years bracket, but he was supposed to grow up to marry Tamar. So I'm not trying to say that so that I'm conceptualizing the, let me say, the traditions of the Israelites into ours. Even in Africa, it is done. Nigeria, it is done. Somalia, it is done. So age brackets.
And it's a part of marriage also in Ghana.
That is true.
Yes.
And
it's a part of marriage
it shouldn't
Ghana.
be a problem. If you find someone 5 years older than you, I won't advise you to go 15. And I won't advise you to go 20. If it is 5, 7, 8, 10 years older than you, and you think that this is the person you want to be with, and you know that she fulfills your purpose, it's okay. But since you are in school as a noun, you have to concentrate on your books, come out, get a better job, and then you can get married.
Please, you are in school, eh? So please, I know you love her, but then finish school at it.
Yes, maturity counts.
For experience is the best teacher. Please, when you are in the university, please finish school. You can still call us on 024-409-3032. I'll go and read you some of your messages also on Facebook as well. So keep bringing in your message at the video comment section, and of course keep also bringing your WhatsApp messages. We're going to, okay, we have a caller. Hello. Okay. So Mama Cynthia, or say on what review. That is her decision. Is it a good decision she has made? 13 years.
Don't worry, where is she going?
Please text me. You are watching. Text me where you are going. Mama Cynthia wants to know. So kindly text me where you are going.
Has she thought of the kids? Has she thought of the future of the marriage? Where are you going? It is your responsibility to make the marriage work.
Okay.
You have to make it work.
Okay.
She should know that when she invites God in it, the marriage is going to work.
Okay.
You understand? She's supposed to ask herself, am I going out, am I leaving the marriage with the kids? What question would the kids ask you one day?
Because they are old now.
Yes, they'll be asking you questions. Even if you are leaving them in the marriage, who is going to who is going to take care of the kids? Are you sure if the person is not going to maltreat your kids for you? Did you put all these things into consideration before leaving the marriage. You understand?
Very well.
Yes. So she should not go anywhere. She should make it work. It's her cross she's supposed to carry.
Okay.
Because of the kids.
Okay.
And for their future.
Okay.
So she should make it work.
She should make it work.
Yes, and she should add God to it.
She should,
It's going to be marvelous.
It is going to be marvelous. I love that. He said, please, you are watching us. Mama Cynthia want to know, if you leave your marriage, where are you going? You tell me. Papa no was kappa auntie. What to fear be what baby won't. Also,
Yes, woman of God.
13 years of marriage with 3 strong boys. The first born crying at 12 years.
Wow, that's great.
But I want to find out, would the married work?
It will.
It will.
It will. There are ups and downs in marriages, and far worse things happen than what is going on in her life right now.
Yes.
So, as Mommy said, she has to endure.
Sure.
And the Bible even says in 2 Corinthians 4:17, it says that, for though our light affliction worketh for us, but a far more exceeding eternal weight of glory. So these very little happenings can propel things to greater height. And I believe that all of these things that you are going through, it will give you a great understanding, even about marriage. A great understanding.
Yes.
And sometimes you maybe one day you may even be helping your kids, using your life as an example to them. So whatever circumstance that she finds herself in now, she should use that as an advantage. And she should endure. Love endures. Love suffereth long. So it is not always that God would have to come and deliver us, that it is not always we have to escape. Sometimes we are left to be in there so that we can grow in understanding and build some level of fortitude for the next dimension. So she should stay, she should take care of the kids. This is not always the devil. And with the man also, I think that people who are verbally abusive have some kind of domineering character. They don't want you to say when they say. You know, they are always right. They are very manipulative. And verbal abuse can lead to emotional abuse. And emotional abuse can lead to physical abuse, all of that. So we are talking to the man also that it's not the right thing for a man to do.
Please, this is your camera.
Yes. It's not the right thing to do. It's not the right thing to do to women, especially. The Bible calls women a weaker vessel. So it's not the right thing to do. So the man shouldn't be verbally abusive. Verbal abuse of any kind, maybe he's trying to be, you know. And people, if you marry somebody who is mature than you, there is a belief that definitely he has some level of intelligence that you have not acquired. He's walked through the different phases of life. So sometimes he expects you to get something right and then you get it wrong. So he will get angry. So if you marry somebody who is older than you, there is, let me say that he may be quick-tempered or she may be quick-tempered one way or the other because he thinks that there are certain things you should know already. So the man should come down to the level of the woman and feel young as the woman.
Yes.
He should feel so young. He should, and one thing is that insecurity can also, cause these things to happen. As at 64 and then 49, you are young. I'm old. It means you are going out with somebody. It means you are going out with somebody. So I'm forced to say things that you won't like. You know, some kind of anger. You know, maybe he's not thinking well psychologically. Okay, because of the age difference. And even maybe the woman at 49 is still looking fine. You know, she's doing well.
Yes.
You know, she's doing well and everything. So the man will be, no, I'm insecure about this lady. Maybe she may be going out and then coming back late. All of these things will raise questions. So if she does any of these things, she should minimize it. And she should, make time for the family, sit with the man, have fun, and build it again. It's all about work. Work it out.
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Mama Cynthia, I think you would like to advise the woman.
Yes.
Please go ahead. Our time is up already.
Okay. Well, I will say mine before so for add his biblical side to it. What I want to tell her is she really both of them actually need a very deep self-care.
Yeah.
They need to be talked to.
Yeah.
And I want to tell my lady that she should just focus on the positive side.
Okay.
With that, she's going to see everything good.
Okay.
Normally, when you focus on the negative side all alone, it drains you emotionally. Because you know that, when this man, when he comes home, he's going to talk. The verbal abuse is going to come. So always is on that. But work on your side, so that he himself will sit down and start questioning himself. So she should only focus on the positive side. And then she should have a very deep self-care, wellness. And I can recommend one for her, Ariel's Wellness Coach. Yes, she should just link me and then we talk about it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That is what I can tell her.
Okay.
But she should not give up on the marriage.
Okay.
Because it has been ordained already.
All right.
She should just invite God into it. She should let God be in the center. And I trust her. Everything is going to work out.
Everything is going to work out. Asafo,
Yes,
you've said a lot to the man. Say something to the woman.
So the woman, not forgetting, she should pray.
Okay.
She should pray. Prayer is very, very important. We understand that there are times the enemy will just, fire some fairy darts and then misunderstandings, unusual misunderstandings and arguments, will just be coiling in the marriage and everything. So I advise her to pray. Okay. And if she's not submissive because of the man's attitude, then she's forced to retaliate, okay, or avenge. I advise her not to do so. She should pray and then still remain a submissive woman, and God will bless her.
And God will. Also, if you want to greet somebody, you want to make a shout out.
Okay, I want to greet my wonderful mom, Prophetess Mama Betty. I want to greet her, and then my wife, my daughter in Amsterdam. God bless you so much, and people of Prayer Gate Ministries. God bless you.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to say shout out to my husband, Mr. Loco. Hello. My kids are watching me. Hi. And then I would like to say a happy birthday to my sister's daughter, Michelle. Happy birthday, darling. Grace Agefully. And to Norwich Media team. Hello, shout out to you all.
God bless you so much. And thank you to you that watch us live on Facebook. God bless you. The messages are plenty. But my time is up. And so don't worry, God willing, next week I'll try as much as possible to read you your messages. And to you that we couldn't pick up your calls that you are texting, please, my caller now said, please, our time is up. So kindly do well and call early next week so that we'll be able to get in touch and that you can share your view as well. I keep telling you that at Hill College of Prophecy, school has already started and it's still not late for you to join. It's still not late. We are located at 15 Green Hill Street, near the market. And you can call 0249 007 545. 0249-007-545. And then you can ask any question you want to ask about the school. If you're outside Ghana and you also want to join our distance student, you can also call. The code is +233 0249-007545. And then you can also join the school. Ask any question you want to ask about the school, and then you'll be helped. Service has started. Prophetic Hill Chapel has resumed service fully. So please come to church every Sunday. The Prophet of God, Prophet Nigel Gazy, will be here to join with you and to praise and worship God. Church start at 8. Be patrol 8 o'clock. No, praise and worship. You have missed the intercession, so please don't miss intercession. Come to church by 7. You are here so that you can enjoy the opening prayers through to the praise and worship, and then when the word comes, then you know that yes, and then my bar are sorry. So Sundays, Prophetic Hill Chapel is inviting you to worship with us. We are located everywhere you are in Accra. Just take a car and say you are coming to Domi Main Market. When you get to Domi, ask of Rising Sun Montessori School, right opposite the school. That is where we are, and then you can fellowship with us. After Sunday, you want to see the Prophet of God, Prophet Nigel Gazy, and you couldn't see him. No worry. No worries at all. The Prophet of God will be doing counseling on Tuesdays, 8 a.m. He is here already. And then you can come and see the Prophet. He will speak into your life, and then prophetically, he will enter everywhere and tell you the mind of God concerning your life. God willing, on Friday, Prophetic Reloaded is coming. It's no longer Restoration All Night, okay? It's Prophetic Reloaded. So it is happening on 6 p.m. 6 p.m. on Friday to 8 o'clock. So don't miss it. Wherever you are, come to Prophetic Hill Chapel every Friday for the Prophetic Reloaded. Prophecy, praises, worship, and prophecies. Don't miss it every Friday at 6 p.m. and come and meet the man of God. And I believe your life will never and ever be the same. Thank you for watching us on Facebook, to you that watch us on all our social media handle, to you that called in, to you that sent your message, and to you that also watch us at home. God richly bless you. We are done for the night, and God willing, next week we will come your way again with another special edition of Life Master. Thanks to my guests for coming for the night. God bless you, and we'll see you, God willing, next week.
No. That's right.
Highly spiritual.
And rain you mere, Shia Yeshua HaMashiach says it's coming down today to perform a miracle for you and I. Namizaya me atam nana, senka me bonia shamema. Very far from the mercy, but she give him the opportunity to worship your majesty to eternity. To the Holy Trinity, angels are singing, seraphim and cherubim. Hey, all koto, nenya me atam nana.
Christ.
Praise God. Hallelujah. My name is Prophet Nigel Gazy. I'm the said man of Prophetic Hill Chapel. Once again, I've come your way to remind you that this very Sunday, this very Sunday, the date is on your screen, I'm having a general prophetic direction for you. Psalm 68 verse 11, the Lord gave the word, and great is the company of they that proclaim it. I've come your way to proclaim a good news to you, that if you are sick through this direction, the Lord has assured me is going to heal you. Whatever predicament and challenge you are going through, the Lord said, through this direction, He's going to visit you. Yes, when you are coming on Sunday, this very Sunday, you see the address is on your screen. The address is on the screen. The date is on your screen. I want you to come with coconut water. Yes, fakubenso ebra. Fakubenso ebra. Kwesiya de da ye mama. Tiem o yare HIV fakubenso ebra. O skin problem fakubenso ebra. Sister B tiem, sister B ehem tiem. What try? Ben maybe ansope because when him there must be as when him. Fakubenso ni bibra. Nyami di fwa nyami abasa nyami tumi edam so. Meye swade me kase gusu me bom paye gusu me som na sa ade na ya ketia aye masquerade na akata wanim na be me bi antimi enso pe otos pepo wa promise o say last Easter last December promise and feel ni na ebeko wo hwem se sia no me won climb ane as you watching me won climb me baby a friend do me opposite rising sun Montessori maintenance ema nipa ense wadwene maintenance ema ofie abaifo ofie honfia omompese unya Kristo so mfa so anase wabrabo ekoye ense wadwene efiada we fiada bia me ya sori anwumre but Sunday de me ye prophetic direct eyenkom se enyame asem eyetumi a epie ewo dome tumi kase a Papa Yesu ede ama me Yehowa ede ama me a me de boa ne mba me de gye ne mba opa wo abra opa adwuma abra kodanda ne ye call so bia no address no ene ye de good TV no so no date no ene what TV no so no me pa chobra e abrantem ye start ya sorry anopa 9 say me kwesi ada we powerful nyame be nyankopon na me ni difo say me o ba obefa lorry anaso obefa car edu tete St. John's tete pass St. John's Junction and St. John's Achimota St. John's na udu St. John's akasa oko Domet Market anase Rising Sun Montessori akola kra edobeba nyame shraw nyame endomboa ne ofre me endomboa obey papa emfa mbra sondremu wo kumase mama bra ikofo bebre fi kumase eba wo oboase abra wo tachima abra wo bro wo navrongo wo tamale be bibia wo bi otirize be bibia wo my Ghana wherever you are watching me on Hill TV me to me safro say kosia da we eya branta because one bantama untimi enya baby pa entna wa sorry there eya nkrofo entna overflow no meka Yehowa no aka se ono ne yenkwa wode fa kubenso bra na papa be fa kubenso no so abdomabo so pes o ye sofo na pa adoma o pese wa sori no eyeye bibi ekoso a wonte ase fa kubenso no ebra na tie me mama bisa do you know how kubenso no ko se kubenu no Sunday metro nyame ama me mystery bi Psalm 1 mystery bi o ma metro ne kwesi ada fa kubenso no bra yade bi e da so fa kubenso ebra wo hospital na hwe me a fa kubenso bra papa be fa mensa so adomaboa koso ahwe Hill TV meka Yehowa da bia no waka se onno ne yenkwa ahoden Prophet Nigel menyankopon inshallah bye bye mesia kwesi ada wo me a eya no waka se Yehowa mejo so so onno ne yenkwa ahoden bye bye God bless you keep watching Hill TV bless you
Hill TV.